What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at Werewolf by Night. So let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at Werewolf by Night. Let's see what we've got going on. Taking a look at the package, we are in the Executioner Build-A-Figure wave. You've got your Marvel logo there, Legends logo up top. Looking in the package though, we get a Build-A-Figure piece, which that comes with an extra hand. Werewolf by Night does not come with anything. A little disappointing. Flip it to this side, we get a nice image of Werewolf by Night there. Flip it to the back, get a little expanded image. There's the rest of the wave. Some important information down there. Here's your blurb. Jack Russell is heir to a strange lycanthropic curse, whereupon beneath the light of a full moon, he transforms into the Werewolf by Night. Flip it to this side. You've got an image down there. Werewolf by Night, Marvel Legends. Let's get them out of the box. Fresh out of the package, we have Werewolf by Night, and look, man, this is a figure that I've really been waiting a long time for a redo on, right? We have this old one from the Toy Biz set, but it's just been so long and it hasn't been done in Hasbro that a lot of us out here really wanted Werewolf by Night, and this was one they really could have landed with the fans, and then this is what we get. I'm not one to really complain about these figures, right? I collect them because I enjoy them. But I can understand frustration, and this is just chock full of disappointment. Nothing accessory-wise. No extra hands. No extra head. Absolutely nothing. And that's disappointing. It is a good-looking figure, though. I don't really get too caught up in the pins, pinless stuff. If it looks good, it looks good. The figure itself does look good, so I am still looking forward to it. I absolutely wanted to get this for the shelf, so that was a no-brainer. But I needed to get those disappointments out of the way, right? It's clear, it's obvious. We'll move on. Let's take a closer look. Moving in closer, we can get a good look at the head sculpt here. Now, we do only get the one, but this is the right one, okay? If we only got a neutral expression in this, that would have really just, I think, thrown people over the edge, honestly. But this is a great looking head sculpt. So if we do just get the one, this is the right one to go with. You get the great scream. He's got these yellowish eyes, a little bit of darkness around the eyes just to give it some depth, a little bit of color wash in and around the fur on the face, just to add a little extra there. Pretty plain the rest of the way throughout, but man, that is a good looking head sculpt. Looking through the rest of the figure, you do get the sculpted fur throughout, right? So you see down here on the back, the chest, it does give it some life, a little depth. Of course, you are on the pins here. Going down into the pant area, you do get a little bit of texture through the pants. You have the belt there, a painted belt buckle, so that does give you a little something extra. You got a rip in the jean. I think it does stick out a little bit, but this is a pretty clever way to kind of add a rip area to the jean, make it the knee there, and kind of hide it that way. I'm not mad at that. I kind of like the ingenuity there. Coming down here, you do have the rip down towards the ankle area on both legs. So you got this really great tear effect going through the jeans. I like that. I'm digging the aesthetic there. Going down to the toes, you do have the claws, which are painted black. Pretty flat black on there, but I'm glad they painted it. That could have easily been left out. Same with the hands there, right? You do get the claws painted on, so I appreciate that was at least there. For your articulation, the head will look down to there. Chin is going to touch the chest. Of course, a lot of that is because of the bearded mane area on the face. If you look up, you can go back to there. Pretty decent angle backwards, so I'm not mad at that. You get a good howl at the moon A little bit of rock in there, plenty of movement side to side, and of course you can get all the way around once you clear the traps. Arms do work all the way around. They will go up and out to right about there, so not a whole lot going upward, but good. You do get that upper bicep cut, double jointed pinned at the elbow, nothing at your forearm, hinge at the wrist. You do get the basic ab crunch and hip swivel combination. Your leg will kick up to there, so a pretty decent kick forward. It goes back to right about there, out to there. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless at the knee. Nothing at your boot, hinge and swivel at the ankle. For comparison, here he is backed up against Man-Thing. Look, if I'm going to have Werewolf by Night on the shelf, I damn sure better have Man-Thing next to him there. That's going to be all part of the display. Of course, he does come in marginally shorter than Man-Thing, as you would expect. I don't think there was any question there. But that should give you a good idea of how these two are going to pair next to each other. Let's take a closer look at a couple of other options. For comparison, next to a more standard size buck, here is Cyclops based on the Vulcan body, so your average male figure in the modern Marvel Legends. And for something on the smaller side, here he is backed up against your X-Men 97 Jubilee, just to see what he might look like closer to the teen buck sizes, the female figures, again, for a little range in comparison. All right, folks, well, there you have it. There is your Werewolf by Night from the Marvel Legends Executioner Build-A-Figure wave. This is a disappointing figure that could have been great. One that I've been waiting for a long time, and I think a lot of other people out there have as well. I know it's not one that everybody's going to be rushing out to get, but it's been so long since we've had a Werewolf by Night in Marvel Legends, and this could have been knocked out of the park. I just think it's a big miss to not include some extra stuff, hands, extra heads for sure. Look, every time I say extra heads, but this really could have helped in a situation that needed a little bit of help. I'm only disappointed because it's a good looking figure at the end of the day, right? Like, it is going to display well. If you've got Man-Thing on the shelf and you want Werewolf by Night to go there as well, like, now is the time. But it just leaves so much on the table that adds to that disappointment. And I don't like to be disappointed in the figures, right, David? We don't want to be disappointed. We like to like these things, right? That's what it's all about. So it is a great looking figure. It just leaves you wanting more and not in a good way. So that is the criticism there. I won't belabor the point any further. That is the 2 cents, folks. I do appreciate you checking out the video. Of course, you can find me on any of these socials down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.